Think about this for a second. What if humans aren't the only species capable of developing extraordinary intelligence? What if evolution didn't create intelligence just once, but has been quietly experimenting with it all along? Across the planet, there are animals that solve difficult problems, use tools, recognize themselves in mirrors, teach younger generations, and even show emotions like grief and empathy. These aren't random behaviors, they're signs of surprisingly advanced minds. This raises an incredible question. If humans disappeared tomorrow, could another species eventually become as intelligent as we are? And if that's possible, which animal has the greatest chance? Before answering that, there's something important to understand. A powerful brain isn't actually an advantage in every situation. It consumes enormous amounts of energy, making intelligence one of evolution's most expensive investments. So if being highly intelligent is so costly, why did it happen to humans in the first place? The truth is, human intelligence wasn't part of some grand plan. Scientists believe it was the result of millions of years of small changes that happened to work perfectly together. When our ancestors started walking on two legs, their hands became free. Those hands began making and using simple tools. Better tools meant better hunting, and successful hunting required teamwork. Teamwork led to more advanced communication, and over time, that communication evolved into language. Once language existed, knowledge could be shared, improved, and passed from one generation to the next. Every discovery became a foundation for the next one. But here's the fascinating part: none of this was guaranteed. If Earth's history could start over from the beginning, humans might never evolve again. Evolution doesn't follow a script. It's full of unpredictable twists and lucky accidents. And if intelligence appeared once by chance, who's to say another species couldn't eventually follow a similar path? When people imagine another species becoming highly intelligent, primates are usually the first choice, and for good reason. Chimpanzees are our closest living relatives, sharing almost all of our genetic makeup. They use tools, build complex social relationships, remember past events, and even plan ahead. Researchers have observed chimp groups working together, protecting their territory, and developing strategies that seem surprisingly organized. They also recognize themselves in mirrors, a rare ability that suggests self-awareness rather than simple instinct. But chimpanzees aren't the only fascinating candidates. Octopuses are unlike any other intelligent animal on Earth. They solve puzzles, escape locked containers, learn by watching others, and quickly adapt to new situations. Even more incredible, much of an octopus's nervous system is spread throughout its arms, allowing each one to process information almost independently. It's a completely different style of intelligence, proof that evolution can produce brilliant minds in more than one way. Intelligence alone isn't enough to create a civilization. A species needs the right combination of abilities working together. Dolphins, for example, have remarkable memories, recognize themselves in mirrors, communicate through unique sounds, and live in highly organized social groups. Some researchers even believe they use individual signature whistles that function almost like names. Their emotional intelligence is extraordinary, but there's one major limitation: they can't easily manipulate the world around them. Without hands or similar structures, creating tools, building shelters, or inventing technology becomes incredibly difficult. Scientists believe human-level intelligence requires several key ingredients: cooperation, curiosity, long lifespans, effective communication, strong memory, and the ability to use tools. Just as important is environmental pressure. Throughout history, humans constantly faced harsh climates, dangerous predators, and fierce competition, forcing our ancestors to adapt. Survival rewarded creativity. Without those challenges, even the smartest species may never develop beyond their current level, no matter how intelligent they already seem. So, if another species were ever to reach human-level intelligence, primates would probably be the strongest candidates. They already possess many of the building blocks: advanced social behavior, tool use, problem-solving skills, emotional awareness, and hands capable of shaping their environment. Yet evolution doesn't move in a straight line, and there's no guarantee that intelligence will continue increasing forever. In fact, some scientists suggest that biology may already be approaching its practical limits. That possibility leads to an even bigger question. What if the next truly intelligent species isn't biological at all? Artificial intelligence could become the first form of intelligence created by another intelligent species, us. For the first time in Earth's history, evolution may no longer depend entirely on nature. Perhaps humans aren't the final destination of evolution, but simply one chapter in a much longer story. And somewhere on Earth today, another species may already be taking its first small steps toward a future we can't yet imagine.